Welcome, everybody. We are live here for the Red Sox Racing Series, about to kick off another great night of GTE action about to take place. We are live from Monza. If you're not familiar with Monza, you're about to be. It's one of the world's oldest tracks, and I expect this race to be very exciting here tonight. It's very fast-paced, very quick turns, some little bit of chicanes, so a little bit of trickery involved in this racetrack, so it should be fun, especially knowing that this weekend is the Daytona 24, so a little bit of road action kicking off here tonight here at Monza in the GTE cars. So it might not be Daytona, but it's getting you in the fields for it anyway. We got two broadcasts here scheduled tonight, ESPN. I am your host, Adam Chapman. We will be here, of course, from Monza Red Sox Racing League. Right after this, we will be over strictly stock racing. We are going to be live for our championship race here tonight. Coming into that, this race, though, going to be a fun one. Track is fast, like I mentioned. Let's get a look here at our weather. Qualifying is taking place right now. Mark Wilson currently on top of the board. 79-degree track temp, not going to be a problem here. 78-degree air temp, feels good. And, of course, a look at your track. If you're not familiar, there you go. 3.5-mile track, 9 turns. You see one of the chicanes. Now, keep in mind, for guys that might be watching, Monza does have 2 chicanes. However, we are not running the first chicane here. So just keep that in mind when you see guys flipping past it and not even stopping at it. So there you go. As you see some of these guys out here in practice right now, let's hop over to our qualifying. Taking place right now on the track. Let's see. Christopher Jimenez currently on top of the board. I hope I said his name right. They always laugh at me when I get it wrong, because I'm from Tennessee. Anyway, we'll jump over to Les Turner. For people that do not know about this series in general, this is one of the oldest leagues in all of iRacing, which is really cool, considering how long iRacing has been around. This place has been around now for how many years? 10? Almost 11? The street stock race will start immediately after this. This is a timed race, 30 minutes. And a street stock race, we will be live at around 9:50, I believe we'll be live for the street stock race. So there you go. So we'll be live for that at 9:50. Let me see if I can actually. There we go. So here is Les Turner. He is crossing the start-finish line. Let's see where he qualifies here. Nowhere. Actually starting another lap here. He must have had an off track this time. Currently on top of the board, Christopher, Mark Wilson, Joe Burchett, David Shutt, Atlanta Lacey, who did not practice well in 5th, Dave Hill, Ryan Robertson, John Kashuniak, Kevin Rydell, Ross Booth, Tommy Ryan in 11th. It's really weird to see Tommy in P11. Mark Allen out on track as well. Let's actually hop on board. We do got our 360 camera working it out as well, so you can actually see what the side of these GTE cars look like. There's your look. You can see right behind it, getting a little bit of a draft here down the straightaway. And definitely going to play a factor to help get these guys a little bit faster over time. That 136 is really quick. I don't know if we're going to see anybody beat that. That's a good lap. But here comes Mark Allen. Dave Hill jumps up to P3. David Shutt jumps back up to P2. Knocks Mark Wilson back. Kashuniak jumps up to 6th. Here we come through the final corner. Mark Allen looking to put down his first lap. Across the start-finish line. Looks like it's going to be a decent one. Let's see as he crosses the line. A 140.316. Definitely not what he wants. He's definitely looking for a lot more than that. Mentioned Les Turner as well. There is he as he crosses the start-finish line, a 139.379. So for people that do not know a lot about that, check out that car. That's nice. That GT3 or GTE BMW M8 driven by Stephen Parks. That matte black and kind of a gold-orange finish. Pretty cool. But if you are not familiar with this league is actually owned and operated, still owned, I guess we could say, by Red Sox owner John Henry, co-owner John Henry, who was the founder of the league. He has stepped aside from it, but still puts money into it, I'm guessing anyway, from what I was told. But he does a good job. Pretty awesome league that he's got going on. Like I mentioned, this is one of the oldest iRacing leagues. Right now, the league is currently being ran by Les Turner and Terry Dahl, is the race admins and stuff like that. So they are the one that currently runs it, which is awesome. Here comes Stephen Parks. He just worked out of the chicane. Hasn't put down a lap yet. Same as Terry Dahl. He is out on track as well. Roger Rios also out on track in the 22. Stephen Parks, let's see where he's actually at, working through. Looks like the final turn, coming to the start-finish line this time. And across the line, let's see what he does. It's going to be a 140.831. Yep, and it will be. And that's going to put him in P25 for now. Let's jump up a little bit. Tommy Ryan, currently your points leader. I do believe anyway. Let me hop over real fast. I will get you guys the upcoming schedule for these guys as well. They actually got a really good schedule this season. I was actually really impressed when they sent me the schedule and what it looks like. It's just 6 weeks here in this series. For people that do not know, this is Series A. They do have a Series B, which is 6 more races as well. But coming into this season, last week, very fun. We was at the Charlotte Roval. Monza this week. Next week is going to be even more interesting because we're actually going to be running at Daytona, which is going to be fun. And then we go to Imola, Canadian Tire Motorsports, and Watkins Glen on February 20th. That's going to be a really fun race as well. All these tracks actually look really good this season. Probably the best schedule I've seen here for a while for these guys. Tommy Ryan currently still on a P11 with a 137. Let's see how he does here as he works out the final corner. Coming to the start-finish line. Cross the start-finish line. And yet not going to count that lap. Terry Dahl out on track. He's got a really cool paint. I've always been a fan of this paint. There you see it, the Hamburger Brewing Company on the front of and the side of his car, but really cool looking paint, swear jar on the side. Really neat looking paint. And that, of course, is the BMW M8 as well. Terry usually qualifies pretty well. We got about 2 minutes before we start the gridding process. Terry Dahl, 13th place. You just see him cross the line a moment ago. Who's Roger Rios hasn't put down a lap yet. Let's see if this lap will count. He gets a little off track. That may hurt him. Let's find out. Coming to the start-finish line right now. Christopher still on top of the board, 136.985. David Shutt was a little bit faster. And yeah, this lap not going to count. It does not appear for Roger, so he'll have to wait to go back out. Derek Pemberton also out on track. See what he can do in the overtake green machine, I guess we can call it. Pretty cool looking paint. This is actually scheduled to be a third Daytona car that has been changed from what I was told. So there's a little bit of blinking, so we'll have to check around him. Hopefully that kind of stops. Here's a familiar face over on ESPN, Tyler Tomasi, out here on the track. We've seen him run plenty of races before. Currently 15th here. Kind of new to the road racing scene, but actually done a really nice job. To be 15th out of this bunch is not bad. There's 8 drivers in this series tonight, so probably the most we've had, honestly, in a while. I don't think we really had 28. It's been a while since we've had this many. I think maybe the first race of last season we had, I think, 30-something. But Tyler going to see if he can put down a lap. He's only got 39 seconds to do so. Let me know who you guys are pulling for. Alex, this is the Red Sox Racing Series. You can find it. They got a Facebook. You can find it on there. You can also find it on the league page. You can find it on there. Pretty solid series. I'm not going to lie. It's a really, really well ran. It's really fair. They all run baseline setups. Like, it's not an open setup league. It's all fixed setups. It's all baseline setups. So everybody's, on the fair advantage as far as that goes. But, I mean, it's a really good league. There's some really good drivers in here, but it's not too overpowered, actually, I don't think. Not in my mind, anyway. But, anyway, Tyler coming to put it on a lap of 137. That's a pretty solid lap. Going to keep him in 15? Yes, it will keep him in 15. Joe Burchett crossing the start-finish line. Don't think he's going to be able to get the lap in as qualifying is coming to an end. Tommy Ryan will get to finish his lap as the checker flag is waving here on qualifying. So Tommy looks like he's going to qualify in the 12th spot. It looks like, let me actually see. Yeah, it looks like he's still got a chance. He's still got a little bit of time here to finish this lap. He's working through the chicane, about to come up to the chicane right here, a left or right hander. See that? Kind of like an S, not really a chicane, but kind of an S. And then he's going to work this long straightaway into a pretty tough right-hand sweeping corner. Does have a little bit of draft here, which is going to make things very interesting going into this corner. Will he be able to get to the inside? Looks like he might have to check up just a little bit. Will this be a good lap? Here he comes working out of the final corner. Looking right now in 12th place. Will he jump up? No, he's actually going to pull it down, so it was not fast enough. Looks like that will end qualifying as David Shutt actually did jump up to the top of the board with a 136.890. He jumped up at the very last moment, so congratulations to him. He's going to wind up picking up the pole award here tonight. Stephen Parks, you still see, is out on track. This lap not going to count for him. I do not think. No, it will not count. So he's just out there getting some practice in. So here we go. Get ready to go. Green flag. Gridding getting ready to begin here in just a moment. As checkered is waving here. Set to go green here in just a moment. 30-minute time race for people that don't know. It's only a 30-minute timed event, so it's kind of like a sprint race. It's not a endurance race. But either way, it should make it fun. Tyler currently in P15. We will wait and see where he actually does. We gotta wait just a moment. But he will be starting P15, which is pretty interesting for me, seeing that he's P15 because he's not much of a road driver from what I'm taking out of it. As we have begun. Here's a look at his car, by the way. There you look at him. Good, a really good oval driver. Of course, he races in real life on the late model side of things. But here he is, making his road debut here, Red Sox Racing League. So a bunch of good people here. David Shutt, of course, up front, going to be leading us to the green flag. Always a great race car driver. We'll take a look here at your grid so far. As they line up, row number 1, there you go. Here is a look at row number 2. Mark Wilson, Dave Hill. Row 3, we got Ross Boots out of Canada. Joe Burchett out of Danville, Virginia. Row number 4, we got David Berry and John Koshilniak. Row number 5, Landa Lacey and Ryan Robertson. Row number 6, there you go. Kevin and Tommy Ryan going to be starting up in 12th position, which is kind of weird for Tommy to see him start back there. Terry Dahl as well, going to be kind of weird seeing him start there in 13th with 14th Roger Rios Mathis and Tyler Tomasi going to be starting in row 8 and 15th. Mitch Heller. Row number 9, there you go, look at that. Les Turner, Scott Hustad, Mark Kodrowski, Bill Palucki in row 10. We got a bunch of cars in here. Reed Rundle, James Prostell Jr., another good driver. Dennis Griffin, Kevin Kyle. Not very familiar with either one of them, I don't think. Derek Perimeter going to be rolling off in 25th from Tennessee. Ed Sutcliffe going to be rolling off beside him. Stephen Parks, another good oval driver, going to be rolling off in 27th place here tonight. Mark Allen in row 14 and 28th. And that will be our grid. 28 drivers for a 30-minute timed event as we get set to go. here in just a moment. You see the pace car rolling. And we will jump up here as you'll look. Let's actually do this. That way we can fix our cameras. There we go. Of course, this is on board with a BMW M8 GTE series. These guys all run GTE cars, Ford, Ferrari, BMW, Porsche, I believe, is in here as well. We have a Porsche running tonight? I don't think so. Yes, Reed Rundle, the only Porsche in here tonight. There we go. Pace car about to drop down pit road to get this one underway. Of course, we grid up on the back stretch here. I call it the back stretch, but haven't been able to see Christopher actually up front in these races. He's done a good job in qualifying. Here he is starting second here in the second race of the season. As the pace car sets to drop down pit road. High above, we will watch this as the pace car going to take a right-hand turn, and the green flag out in the air. 30 minutes here from Monza without the first chicane, so keep that in mind. We do not have the first chicane, which is normally right after this. Right here, we usually go into the first chicane. Not tonight. We're going to keep that car straight. As you've seen all the cars coming down, trying to get, somebody right there working their way up. Not sure who that was actually in the fourth position. Mark Wilson making some contact with a couple of these guys. You see him right there squeezing his way in, right in front of Ross Booth, who actually he moved off the track. Keep in mind, this race, these cars are going extremely fast compared to normal. Down to this chicane, that's where you're going to start seeing some cars really break out. Most of the time we are, according to the practice times, this is going to be a really close race. Like, I hate saying anything compared to, a dropping back. I think he had actually slowdown penalty. Yeah, there was a slowdown penalty already on the 72 car who started up on the front row. So there you go. Already first mistake there. And also another mistake. Somebody actually ran off into the dirt. Looks like they got back on. What I see. Some great views here tonight. As we continue watching right in front of him, John Kishilniak trying to put the pass on, making contact. Around goes Kishilniak. He actually gets spun. And around in front of all the other cars, and around they go. Let's see if we can actually see what happened. He made contact. It cannot look like Mark Kudrowski made contact, and Tommy Reed was actually involved in that one. Lando Lacey may have spun. Where did he go off the track at? Okay, so he went off the track on his own. Right there. Oh, he gets some of the curve, and around he goes. Lando, not the biggest fan of this track. He already has told me that about 6 times already. But there you go. He goes around. Let's take a look. I know we have somebody pulling for Tyler. Let's see where he's at here in the race right now. Oh, did he just have trouble? He did. Tyler Tomasi having trouble. And look at this carnage on the backstretch. Tyler Tomasi was involved. You see him sitting there. What actually happened? He was getting past, it looks like, by Reed Rundle, who was in the white car. And they just hooked. And around they go. And that was a hard hit. And then right there, Rundle takes another hard hit. Let's see if we can actually get a better view of what happened. I don't know if we can be able to see this great or not. That was kind of strange. Reed Rundle getting a lot of draft. Look to the inside. Oh, actually, there was definitely some major net cut. I don't know if somebody blinked on somebody's screen or maybe the cars went black or something, because he straight up ran into the back of Thomas. Not really sure what happened there, or Tomasi. These guys do, I believe, get that one quick repair. But Tomasi is on pit road right now. Up front. David Shutt, Dave Hill. These guys have had a familiar battle in the past. Here comes Dave Hill with the draft, looking to the inside in that Ford. Not very many Fords in here, but he looks to take the lead, and it looks like he will take the lead now. Watch for the run out. And actually with that, David Shuck will be able to defend that position with the momentum on the outside and getting into the chicane where he actually entered actually helped him pretty good. So good job on holding on to that spot right now for there. Derek Pemberton just put a pass on Scott Hustad. Here's a look at that. Derek getting pretty decent at road. He's won a couple races, well, one race actually at Daytona this week in the official races and finished second last night. So kind of unfamiliar with road, but he is doing pretty good so far anyway. Has worked his way up. I think he's our biggest mover right now of the race. He's been one of our biggest movers in ESPN recently. He was the ESPN Driver of the Night award last night given by Sam Cooper Bennett over on the Top Fuel Racing side of things. So good for Derek on doing a good job so far here tonight. Oh, somebody behind just got killed. I'm trying to see who this is. Right here, Mark Kudrowski. This may have been, I'm not sure what this was from. Did he get bumped? It looks like he had help. See what happened here. That was Terry Dahl behind him. Oh, there's what happened. It's the turtle there on the left side. And gets sent off into the wall. Mark Kudrowski not having the greatest night here tonight. Puts him in 15th though. Up front, David Shutt, Dave Hill still battling out for the top spot. Side by side as they work through. Turn is this the chicane coming up to the chicane, I believe. Yes, here is the first one of the first chicanes that we got. There's not really a chicane here, more just a kink in the track. You see our top five pretty much all together right now. Watch the battle right now for 7th place. This is Ryan Robertson and Kevin Riedel. David Barry right there in front, as well as Roger Rios Matthews. And it looks like Christopher Jimenez is in 10th. And Terry Dahl 11th right now as we continue to watch this battle. Still 23 minutes remaining here in this one as we get ready to jump back up front to our leaders. Up front, it is still Dave Hill, David Shutt currently. Here they go with the draft utilizing. We do have a slow car getting ready to possibly go a lap down. Looks like that could be John Kashilniak, currently 25th. We do have Tyler Tomasi and Ed Sutcliffe both with Mark Allen has already exited the race. But up front, you see Dave Hill taking the lead. Maybe here in the Ford. Of course, he's not going to have the preferred line going into the next corner. We've seen this time and time again. David Shutt able to once again grab the lead. Mark Wilson has closed the gap up as these two continue to battle. Actually, drawing all top 5 cars going into this corner is all with under 1/10. Actually, make that 1 second of each other right now. The top 4 cars really closing in. Top 5 really closing in on each other. Ross Booth right now just got passed by Joe Burchett a few laps ago. Joe Burchett started in 6th place. He's moved up to P number 4. He is running full time this season. I think that's one of the guys that very well could have a very consistent season. Not sure if he's going to be able to get a championship or not, but either way, he's doing a nice job here tonight. I expect him to have another solid season here in the Red Sox. Actually, his first full-time season. The same as Mark Wilson. I think Mark Wilson is another one of the guys that very well could walk out of here with a championship this season, as you see him actually starting in 3rd. And is currently running in P3. Joe Burchett took a peek to the inside, not going to be able to get there. Mark dove down a little bit, tried to block that move that Joe tried to put on. Let's jump back a little bit here as these guys do continue. Actually, let's jump up because let's see if Dave Hill can actually get a run here once again. And he will get a run looking to the inside of the BMW with that Ford. Coming down the straightaway, coming to, remember, we do not have the first chicane. So we do not have that. And that time, what a move that time. Dave Hill utilizing that, actually clearing, and he will go to the outside. This is going to give him the advantage going into this first little kink in the track, and it does. And Dave Hill will officially take the lead here. Joe Burchett looking to the inside. Mark Wilson not going to be able to get there. Watch Burchett. He's going to run off track a little bit. Kick up dust. Ross Booth may try to take advantage. Don't think he's going to be able to get there yet. We got racing actually happening all over the place. Derek Pemberton just put a pass on for 14th place. That is Joe Burchett's teammate. So we're jumping back to him as he's battling Stephen Parks. And how about Stephen Parks? He actually started in 27th. Derek Pemberton started in 25th. So both of these guys has continued to work their way up through the field. As Derek going to make a little bit of a trouble there. Stephen Parks, let's see if he tries to look to the inside. He's going to jump to the outside, trying to get the run down the straightaway. These two are going to be drag racing into the next corner. Of course, the next corner is going to be a very tough place. It is the first chicane that we come up to. Stephen Parks going to get a little outdriven here by Derek going in. Derek did a good job. Let's see, maybe get out break. Stephen Parks with a good run out of that corner. Derek once again going to put the block. Here comes Stephen Parks looking back to the inside. Not going to be able to get it. Now taking a peek to the outside, going into the next corner. The final corner here at Monza. Let's see who gets to run out of this one. This is a good battle between these two guys. Both BMWs. Derek Pemberton with the inside line. Here comes the crossover from Stephen Parks. Coming to the start-finish line, looking like he might have it. Derek going to give a little bit of room. Kind of break and draft a little bit, kind of like what you would see at Indianapolis in the Indy car, kind of like we did last night. Derek, of course, finishing 5th in that race. Done a good job. And these two drag racing down, maybe making a little bit of contact down the straightaway. Should be okay, I believe, as they go into the first corner here from Monza. Oh, going to be very tough. This is good racing right now for the 14th position. And it looks like Derek's definitely going to have to give this spot up, I believe. I think Tyler may have this. Oh, he locks him up. Not to get into Derek. This is good racing back here for 14th place. This is some of the best racing we've actually seen all season, going back and forth, even up front. We got other races going on as well. Mitch Heller and Terry Dahl just competed against each other. Terry able to take 11th place. There you see the distance as Derek able to hold on. He jumped back up towards the front. This is Dave Hill. David Shutt battle it out once again. You see David Shutt able to grab the lead back after Dave Hill. He looks to the inside going into the first turn here. Shutt able to drop back to second. Hill going to take the top spot. Watch for the run out of this corner for the number 10 car. And once again, going to use the draft. That was actually coming to the checkered flag or the start-finish line, so Dave Hill was able to lead that lap. These guys are coming up on John Kashuniak. You see him right there. And let's actually do this. Let's hop on board. This should be a good view here as we watch this battle. Mark Wilson right now in a battle as well with Joe Burchett, who is right on the back bumper. There's your look, right on the door. The number 323 is that number 83 trying to get a run on the outside. Breaking here. Joe Burchett may have the corner. No, he will not. Good battles right now all over the track for first, second, third, and fourth. Back in 13th, we got a battle going on. Les Turner battling. It looks like that was Mitch Heller who he's battling. Ryan Robertson up to 10th place or 9th place right now. I apologize. Haven't really spoke a lot about him. He's just been steady, keeping exactly kind of where he started. Started in 10th place. He's up to 9th right now. Trying to run down Roger Rios. Last time by, he was faster than the 7th place, 8th place, 6th place, and not quite as fast as 5th, as Joe Burchett did get past that 5th position, so by Ross Booth. Looks like David Shutt going to lead this lap. These guys keep going back and forth. Remember, we do have pit stops in this 30-minute timed event. They do have to pit one time, as I do want to make sure I mention that. One-time pit stop, as well as you actually have to. Look at this battle right here for second. Mark Wilson under attack both from Ross Booth and Joe Burchett. Not only do you have to pit one time in this race, you have to actually drive all the way back around to the pit stall at the end of the race. If you do not, that is a 4-point penalty. So you see Joe Burchett, him and Mark Wilson are really tight racing there. Landon Lacey had that trouble earlier. You see him now. He just got around Stephen Parks, which is already working his way back up through the field. Reed Rundle had an issue here in the 43. In that Porsche, let's see what happened coming through. Not the chicane, just a little kink on the back stretch. Actually, it might have been. And around he went. Luckily, did not hit anything. And he would continue on. Just unfortunately going to lose a little bit of time there. Ron Robertson actually just now got past. Do not see how this happened. Let's see. Here comes the pass. Christopher Jimenez takes the position away by doing that. And yeah, it is every GTE car for people asking. It is just the GTE cars running here tonight. Derek Pemberton, Scott Hustad. Not a lot of room being given between the two. Going to the first corner. This could get very interesting. Oh, Derek made contact. There goes Scott Hustad. Very interesting move there by Derek Pemberton coming up. Yep, definitely making contact, sending him around. And a lazy driving through it, but Derek Pemberton, that is not a way to make friends, sir. Even though it may have definitely been incidental, but I think he got into the grass a little bit, went into the corner, may have seen him up. No, he just bounced up off the corner a little bit. Got into Scott Hustad. That dropped Scott Hustad all the way back to 20th. That's not a way to make a friend. Joe Burchett, Mark Wilson, battling for fourth still. Pit stop should be starting here anytime, as we are down to 13 minutes to go, or 10 laps. And yeah, there you see the pit stops. Dave Hill on pit road. Mark Wilson taking a pit break. See if anybody else comes in. This is Terry Dahl. He is running in 11th. Right now, only two guys. It looks like Christopher Jimenez is going to come down as well. David Berry, we haven't really talked about him too much here tonight. So there was other pit stops being done. Bill, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, excuse me. Who was it that all came in? Les Turner came in. Christopher Jimenez came in. Mark Wilson, Dave Hill has all made their pit stops. Landon Lacey was given room that time by teammate Derek Pemberton. Derek just ran off the track. That was actually a little bit of contact there, I believe, between the two. Okay. Kind of strange. Some good racing though tonight. I'm not gonna lie, this has been impressive tonight. You too, Tyler. I apologize about your luck. Slightly, that stuff just happens. Casey Flegel says, "Go Joe Burchett." As they come down pit road. How about this? A lot of people. Top 7. Make that top 8. Make that 9. Make that possibly 10. No, it looks like only 8 coming down. You're not going to see any tires. Ross Booth is already down and away. which is kind of early. Joe Burchett down and away. How about David Shutt kind of slow on pit road? Look at this. These two guys are racing out on pit road. And Joe Burchett able to beat out. But Ross Booth, a really good stop there. Dave Hill, another solid stop. He's trying to run down the lead. Looks like he's getting a big run here on the outside. As we watch the battle up front. There you go. Over and out. Not sure what just happened to Lando Lacey. He may have had trouble. No idea what happened there. May have disconnected, not sure. Wow. So usually after we have that first pit stop, we do see guys get a little spaced out. No different here tonight. You see right here, James Prostell Jr. trying to run down Derek Pemberton. Kevin Kyle is right behind in 17th. Haven't spoke a lot about him. Terry Dahl spent a long time on pit road. Not sure what's going on with that, but the 53 car spent 38 seconds total. Just in his pit box, 1 minute and 5 seconds on the pit or in pit road. Everybody else 35 seconds or less than 40. I'm a big fan of Prostell. I always liked watching him racing. He always got a good looking car. I love to walk in all time his car. Really nice looking paint scheme on that. Tommy Ryan coming down pit road. David Shutt getting around Joe Burchett. Shutt, of course, started in first. Back to third now. Once it updates, it will show that. Here's a look currently at your top 5. Once again, that is not how they run. It will update. Everything's pretty much the same besides Burchett and Shutt. They have swapped places. 8 minutes left to go here, or 7 laps. As you look up front with our leader. See if we can actually hop on board. He's on board with Dave Hill. Let's take a trip around. As we come to 6 laps to go, let's take a trip around and give you guys an idea of what he sees. Once again, we do not run the first chicane here. Usually that first chicane is right after this green wall that's on the right side. And right there is normally the first chicane, right there past the cones. You just continue straight through it. Coming up to a right-hand turn. And you can see how long sweeping these turns actually are. Very easy, can go off this turn. And you got a little kink here on the back, or a chicane here on the back. There you go. Then another right-hand turn, so you got a little off track there, so it'll be okay. Short right-hand turn here. Down probably the second gear, I believe. Same with this one. Off the corner, a little straightaway, right in the middle of this straightaway, right at the end, you got another chicane. A little bit faster to a left or right hand. If you want to call this one a chicane, I'm not exactly sure what you want to call it. More like an S turn. And then right here, straight away once again to a long right-hander. And that is going to be a lap from Monza. Take a long right-hand turn. And there you go. There's your trip around. jump back a little bit. There's a battle for position for 15th. Oh, Derek Pemberton really drives it in to these corners, and somebody gets a run on him. He is able to hold on to the 15th spot. Not going to help him too much, as Kevin Kyle going to have a little bit of a draft of the straightaway. Yep, looking to the inside. This is going to make things interesting. Scott Hustad has closed up a little bit here on the back of Derek Pemberton. Remember, them two guys had a run in a few moments ago. Scott Hustad is in a Porsche. I thought we only had actually one Porsche in here. Looks like we actually got 3 or 4. No, we actually got 4 Porsches, not one. Tyler Tomasi is out of the race. Or Tomasi, he will finish in P27. Just had an incident, which is kind of weird. I don't know exactly what happened. He just commented here on the chat. I'm not sure exactly what happened. It looked like kind of disappeared a little bit. Somebody did and got inside of him and turned him. And back here, this Derek Pemberton Scott Hustad battle. Scott Hustad's got to be getting a little bit tired of this. Very interesting. Something happened to James Prostell as well. Yeah, he's off track. Let's see what happened here. He was actually running in 15th when this happened. There you go. Just a little bit of the wall there. Ross Booth has caught Dave Hill. I just want to point that out. Something may have happened to Stephen Parks as well. Nope, he's just having a little bit of connection issue. How about this, though? Ross Booth doing a good job. As we are coming to 4 minutes left in this race, or 3 laps, come to 3 laps to go. What happened here? Derek Pemberton may have had trouble. Yep, went a little too wide. Opens the door for Terry Dahl and Scott Hustad. Oh, look at this battle. Tommy Ryan to the outside. He has had his hands full here tonight. Okay. Not sure exactly what happened there. Oh, Derek Pemberton, I swear. He is having his hands full in this one. It's got into him. But that's 3 people down there. Pemberton is wrecked. Oh, gosh. It's not a way to make friends. Up front for a lead. We are coming to 2 to go. We are at the 2 minute and 40, or coming to 2 minute and 30 second mark. How about David Shutt has closed the gap up here in our top 3 battle now. I cannot actually show it now. It's so far back, the program does not allow me to go back that far. Being I'm not sure exactly what lap it happened on. If I can find it, I can try to go back. But I'm not sure if it's actually going to let me do it or not. Being it happened so long ago. Let's see if I can actually find it. I don't know if this would be it. No, that's not it. Give me just a minute. I'll see if I can find it, but like I said, I don't know if I can with it being so far ago. You see the lights being shown? David Shutt trying to show Ross Booth that he wants to get around. How about this? There's 3 cars right here. Really going at it. Oh no, he turned him. Let's see what happened. This was Dave Hill. Did he have help? Another look. Hold on. A better look at this. It was Dave Hill and David Shutt. Honestly, that time it looked like Dave may have cut down. Hill may have cut down just a little bit. Over on David Shutt. Wow. Ross Booth right now flashing his lights as well. Oh man, look at this. It makes him go off track. Ross Booth's going to get a run here on the outside. And still, after driving through it, we are coming to the finish line through the last turn. Let's see what happens. The time is running out. And there's your race. And it looks like Ross Booth may be able to grab it. Cross the start finish line. It will be Ross Booth actually did get that win. So there you go. Ross Booth picked up a win. And something else just happened right here. We got some cars going off track. Hold on. Now was there some... Let's see. Something happened here at the end. Yeah, right here. Right there, Dave Hill not happy with Dave Shutt, and that is going to be a penalty no matter what happens. And they are probably still going out of here just a little bit. Oh boy, that got interesting there at the end. But congratulations to Ross Booth. He is going to be your leader or winner here tonight, and probably the most exciting race that we've had all season for a while here in the Red Sox Racing Series. That got wild and crazy. As it is, Ross Booth picking up the win here tonight. Joe Burchett finishing in 3rd. David Shutt finishing in P number 2. Dave Hill finishing in 4th. Kevin Rydell, Mark Wilson, and David Berry going to finish in P7. Ryan Robertson 8th. Christopher Jimenez going to finish in 9th. Roger Rios finishing in P10. Congratulations. You see what these guys are doing. They're actually got to drive all the way around to pit road here once again. That's just part of the rules here for the Red Sox Racing Series. You have to drive all the way around and get back to pit lane. As Dave Hill and David Shutt. That is a big one that happened there. Joe Burchett, you see how the guy is coming down pit road. This is all part of what they have to do at the end of the race. Every driver has to do it. If not, it is a 1-point penalty. And there probably will be some penalties after this one anyway, but we'll see. We're going to try to talk to one of them, hopefully. Have to wait till Ross Booth actually may comes out on track. He might hop in TeamSpeak or Discord. If he does, we will talk to him there. We just got to give him just a second to see. As you see him celebrating here on the front stretch. And that will do it, it looks like, guys. Waiting to see if we're going to have anybody join us in Discord. I do know that we got 3rd place Joe Burchett finishing in P3 here tonight. And Joe Burchett is going to be joining us right now. Joe Burchett, Adam Chapman, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man finishing in 3rd here tonight. Red Sox Racing Series. Crazy race, man. Pretty much probably the closest race we've seen in a long time here in Red Sox. Talk us through your night. Pretty nice job.
No, yeah, it's it's a pretty good race. I don't know. It's good that we had a good run, but the racing was really crazy. To be honest with you, it was some cutthroat kind of racing. People were, you know, with the way this draft is with these cars, and everybody was trying to get a sniff of a draft to get down these straightaways and pass people. People were running each other down close to the grass and blocking real bad, and just a normal regular race, it'll be a lot more give and take. But with it being such high speeds, everybody was kind of a little bit more on ante tonight, and I think you kind of seen what happened there at the end. I definitely wasn't a top three car. I think Dave probably had the race won, and just some stuff happened, and those guys up there got together, and we lucked into a top three. I'll take it. You know we maybe were a top five car, top six, but I'll take a third and move on to next week at Daytona.
Yeah, speaking of Daytona, you're getting a lot of practice out with the Daytona 24, but talk a little bit about that, man. I know that you've been practicing a lot for all that. That's one of the tracks where we very well could see you possibly grab a win.
Yeah, I mean, Daytona is kind of more of my strong suit. I ran a lot of laps around that place. I know that place really well. So we're hoping to have a really good run next week there, and hopefully we can take some of this momentum from tonight. I didn't really think we were gonna be anywhere close to the lead, and then we kind of figured something out real early in the race with a particular corner and a gearing selection through that corner that was different than I'd been running all night, and it was actually allowing me to gain a lot more speed than I thought I was ever able to, and kind of allowed us to move our way back up to front there.
Man, you did a good job here tonight. Shout out to all that stuff. Great run.
Yeah, as always, Overtake Motorsports, my team, great group of guys. We're all running the Daytona 24 hours Saturday, so hopefully we have a really good run. You and ESPN for coming on doing a broadcast. The league in general for putting this on. I've been looking for a GTE or GT3 league. Just some kind of road fendered car racing league for a while, and found these guys last year, and really well run league. I enjoy showing up every week, and plan on continuing to be here for week in, week out, and hopefully these guys continue like having me, and we'll be back next week.
Good job tonight, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. We're going to jump up real fast. We got to talk to our winner, Ross Booth, picking up the win. Actually, let's go ahead and grab David Shutt since he is back in here now. So I think you already know what I'm going to ask you about what happened there at the end. But from my standpoint, from a broadcast standpoint, it looked like Dave Hill may have came down a little bit from my view. Talk about it from your view. David Shutt, you got a copy? Don't know if he's actually there, so what we'll do, we'll actually hop over and talk to Ross Booth. Ross, you got a copy?
I do.
Well, you cannot complain like the rest of everybody else. You did a good job, man. And actually, what really stands out, I don't want to say you lucked into this by any means, but you actually had a great pit stop that puts you out in front. I want to talk a little bit about that. Talk us through that, man. You actually took a little bit less gas from what I've seen for everybody else that I got, and had a better time total on pit road. Talk us through that stop, man, and getting out front of that.
Yeah, well, I was running about fifth, I guess, the whole race, and the draft is so big here at Monza, and especially without the first chicane, you can really get a huge toe. So I was lifting pretty good into turn one every time, or the second chicane, whatever you want to call it. So I was able to save a lot of gas behind those guys. I was actually hoping for another lap. I know my teammate Dave didn't have enough gas if it went one more, but just with how the whole race went out, we got the white, and I still had plenty of gas. Actually, I think I had another lap of gas ready to go. So,
and talk about how important it is, man. This is only the second race of the season, and the points. This is Series A here out of 6 races. Talk a little bit about the points. Do you automatically start thinking about that now, being you came in here and got a win? Is that on your mind? I mean, we're only 2 races in, but it's only a 6 race schedule. Do you think about that now that you know that you can actually run up front and get a win here?
Well, with how the league's structured with the incident points, I think you get a 2 points in penalty per 5. I think Dave and I all racked up 10 plus incidents in that last lap. So I think you throw that stuff out the window. I'm just here to have fun, and if we get good points, we get good points. But if not, we'll see them next week.
Yeah,
So
I can tell you that the top 5, Kevin is the only one that had less than 10. Everybody else had 14. You had 16. Shutt had 15. Burchett had 11, and Dave Hill had 14. So everybody had a lot of incident points, but it is what it is, man. Congratulations on a big win tonight. I know that's this, especially in a league with this type of how good drivers are in here. That's a big win. So shout outs and all that stuff you want to give out, man.
Just say hi to everyone watching, and I got a new sponsor, Canada Drive. We went away from Gorilla Glue. They couldn't re-up their sponsorship, so we went with someone with no more money.
Hey, it was fun, man. I enjoyed broadcasting this race. It's good to see that close action. So congratulations on a very big win.
Thank you. We'll see you next time.
You too, buddy. David Shutt, you got a copy? I don't think he is there. Or having trouble with his mic. I'm not really sure. Not quite sure. Hey, David, you got a copy? I don't think he is there, unfortunately. I was really interested in interviewing what was going on with that. That is going to do it for us tonight, though, guys. I hope everybody enjoyed the race. It was fun on my behalf. Congratulations. They're all smooth. Be sure to tune in. We're going to be live here in just a minute for the Red Sox, or the Strictly Street Stock Series. Y'all have a great night. Take care. God bless. We'll see y'all in just a minute.